We're joined with head women's basketball coach Kate Peterson Abiad. Coach, you just want to give us your overall thoughts on today's win against Youngstown State?
Well, I think this was a big step for us. I think, it was a much-needed win. We've had some real struggles here in our opening 4 games of the conference season, and there's, the threat of really losing confidence. And coming into this game today, Youngstown State is one of the league leaders, and we knew that this would be a really difficult game. But one of the things that I felt, really good about this team is that I don't think they ever thought of themselves as a team that wasn't winning or couldn't win. I think that they were very confident in their abilities to win the games. I think that they were disappointed in their production on the floor and in the results of the games, but I don't think they ever lost their confidence as to who we're capable of being, which is really commendable because we've had some pretty difficult games and difficult situations. This game was possession by possession game. I mean, it went back and forth, many lead changes, streaks where they were really shooting the ball well, streaks when we shot the ball well. I thought that when we came in with the game plan, I thought that we executed that fairly well. We knew that they wanted to get the ball inside to number 23, who's, Cash is a very good player, and she's a handful. And I thought that we did the best we could, to try to control her, and that's what we wanted to do, force them to find something else. And I'm very pleased with obviously the outcome of the game, but I'm pleased with the process of it too, how we communicated on the floor and how we showed growth and leadership and that type of thing.
Now, you touched on this a little bit. Can you just expand on the effort and the energy that your team showed today?
I think as the game wore on, it increased, it improved, and the more we had to hold on to. I think we found things that we could really hold on to as a team, things that we were doing well. And even when we went through that stretch of, I don't know if a basket was scored by Youngstown in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. I think it was all free throws. And yet we were able to manage through that time. And I don't think we really lost our focus, during that time. And I just saw a lot of the process, this journey that we're trying to go through. I saw a lot of it coming to fruition during the game, and obviously it's still a process, but I just really think that we're taking steps forward.
4 players scored in double digits for you today, led by Ashanti Abshall with 23 points. Can you talk about your offense overall, how you thought they played today? Yeah,
I think that we had some kids on from the perimeter early. I think Nicolette Newman, who we know is a shooter, we know that she's capable of doing that. She hasn't been able to really get it going offensively in games, but in practices she certainly does. And so today she came out, played with tons of confidence, knocked down some shots early, and she became really valuable on the court. And then she's a tremendous free throw shooter, so having her in at the end of the game when we were getting fouled, that was important for us. Ashanti is always a scoring threat for us. She's really aggressive offensively, can score inside, get to the free throw line, score from the 3. She hit a couple of big 3s for us today. I think one of the things that really turned a corner for us is that Olivia was able to come back in this game. She's been struggling with her injuries, and I felt like she was sort of back to her form again today. Looking for her shots, had more bounce in her step, and she was a big factor. She had a big 3 for us on the side, and she got an offensive board put back that was really huge for us as well. When we're distributing the ball, when we have that many people who can, on any given night, knock down a shot, I think that we start to play with more confidence and distribute the ball better. So I was just, we need to have that. We have to have more than one person scoring in double figures, and that's sort of been where we've been stagnant over the last few games.
What does a win like this give your team heading into next week's road trip?
I think the difference between losing this game today and maybe playing well but losing it and winning the game is going to be tremendous. We going on this road trip up to Chicago and Valpo, that would be, at 0-5 in the league would have been really tough to overcome. Because now you're not just playing against those teams, you're playing against the idea that maybe we're not very good, and you're fighting that confidence issue. Winning this game, and against a top-tier team, makes us realize that that was what was going on with us. Those struggles maybe were just a part of the journey, and perhaps this is we're ready to take a step forward, and we know that we can compete, and that gives us the confidence to go on the road and compete in these two games. So I think it makes a world of difference to win this game today.
Coach, thank you very much. Congrats on the win.
Thanks very much.